Welcome back. Aubrey Henken joins us now with the latest news circling Hollywood.
Thanks, Kelsey. George Clooney is a married man. That's right, ladies. The 53-year-old actor has tied the knot after years of saying that he wouldn't. The lucky bride is 36-year-old lawyer Amal Alamuddin. The two married this past weekend in Venice, Italy, in front of their closest friends and family. Many celebrities were in attendance, including Matt Damon, Bono, and Bill Murray. Sources say the ceremony only lasted for half an hour, but it was very symbolic and intimate. The bride wore a custom Oscar de la Renta French lace gown to say I do, while the groom wore a black cashmere Giorgio Armani tuxedo. The wedding celebration was a 4-day event for the couple and their guests, leading to a total cost of nearly $4.6 million. Photos of the A-list couple on their special day will be featured in this week's People magazine. Amanda Bynes was arrested again early Sunday morning for driving under the influence. The 28-year-old was pulled over after running a red light and stopping in the middle of an intersection. The police had her go through a series of field sobriety tests, which she was unable to complete. She was then taken into custody and held at the police station on $15,000 bail. She was released later that day, and a court date has been set for October 23rd. This isn't the star's first time getting in trouble with the law. Back in 2012, Bynes was taken into custody for a DUI as well. Since then, she has undergone treatment at a rehab facility and had enrolled in classes at the Fashion Institute of Design and Merchandising in Los Angeles. However, according to recent reports, the former Nickelodeon star was recently kicked out of FIDM for coming to class while under the influence, as well as cheating off of students. It seems as though things might be spiraling out of control for her once again, but hopefully she can pull herself together and get back to fashion school. Speaking of fashion, the 5th annual Pittsburgh Fashion Week happened all over the city last week, and I was there to see it all. Pittsburgh Fashion Week is happening in Highmark Stadium in Station Square. It features local designers who created collections for the runways.
I saw an open call. I joined a mailing list about 2 years ago, and they had an open call looking for designers. So I had to bring 2 new looks. I made my first 2 looks ever and took them to the audition and was selected. The inspiration was from the fabrics themselves, and I didn't know what to do with them. They were very bold, so I decided to go with have a very simple 50s silhouette, so the patterns could speak for themselves and the silhouettes could just complement them.
The designers that had their collections shown in Fashion Week are hoping that this will be their way to break into the business that will change their lives for the better. Fashion Week also included a Fashion Avenue marketplace where many local vendors were selected to advertise and sell their merchandise in order to get their name out there.
I work with Tracy Lynn Fashion Jewelry. I'm a business partner. I've been in the business for 2 years. And with this, it is our own home-based business where we do catalog shows, we have home shows, and we just have a great time meeting people. Anything that has to do with fashion, of course, jewelry has a lot to do with fashion, especially with the accessories and things like that. So it's a great way to become involved with Fashion Week. I'm excited about it.
Miyoshi Anderson is the executive director and founder that put the week-long event together 5 years ago. Anderson wants Pittsburgh Fashion Week to eventually measure up to New York's while still maintaining the Steel City's uniqueness. With its growing popularity, Pittsburgh Fashion Week is quickly becoming a staple event for the city, with plans to continue and grow in the years to come. Reporting for Point News, I'm Aubrey Henken. I had so much fun covering Fashion Week. I actually met one of the designers a few days prior at Macy's, to believe it or not. But now, Kelsie and Chris have the latest updates around campus.
Vice President of Operations at Point Park, Chris Hill, spoke to United Student Government last week to address the on-campus construction that has been going on in just about every building on campus. Now, with the Playhouse coming downtown, students are asking if the shuttles going to Oakland will still run. Hill said that that's still being determined and that this comes after they are already in process of putting 2 new cameras in each shuttle.
Commonwealth Governor Tom Corbett was on Point Park campus and helped make the push for the new Playhouse. Governor Corbett awarded a $5 million grant for the Playhouse to move into its new site in downtown. Governor Corbett said in the press conference, quote, "Energizing the arts community of this great city is always a smart investment," unquote. The Playhouse is part of the University Academic Initiative to improve the university and downtown area. The new Playhouse will be incorporated into the University Center.
The 2014 Point Park Job and Internship Fair was held in the Student Center this week. Employers were hiring for internships, full-time and part-time jobs. Some of the many local businesses and nonprofit groups that were on hand include UPMC, the American Red Cross, and the Rivers Casino. Another company, ELF Entertainment, has been coming to the fair for years.
What continuously brings us back is the great environment and the people here. We really connect well with a lot of the majors that are here. We got a lot of sports, entertainment, and business kind of majors here. We work a lot with entertainment and entertaining young kids and corporate events and other stuff like that. So we do connect really well with the majors that are from the school.
More than 100 employers were there at the internship fair, which was just a great opportunity. And now, Chris, a tough week for Pittsburgh sports fans.
Tough scrapes the surface of how tough it was for being a fan of the Pittsburgh Black and Gold this week.
Steelers. Only good news is that the Penn season is coming up. So
this is true, and it starts actually just 6 days, just a handful of days from now. Let's send over to Megan Barney, who has the rest of your sports report for Daybreak this week.
This has been a big week for sports in Pittsburgh. For baseball, the Pirates, following a 20-year losing streak, managed to make it to their second postseason. Unfortunately, they did not make it that deep into the postseason, losing last night to the San Francisco Giants 8-0. In football, the Steelers played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, carrying a 24-20 lead into the final 40 seconds of the fourth quarter, where they allowed Tampa Bay to score a touchdown. With 7 seconds left, their record drops to the 2-2 season, and they will get ready to play Jacksonville Jaguars this Sunday at 1 p.m. In their last game of the preseason, the Penguins beat the Detroit Red Wings with a final score of 2-0. The Pens got a shutout from goaltender Marc-Andre Fleury, and fans got to see Sidney Crosby on the ice for the first time this season. The Penguins play the first game of their regular season October 9th against the Anaheim Ducks. Our Point Park rugby team fell 33-10 last week against Fairmount Virginia, in West Virginia. Their next match will be on the road again to take on Franciscan this Saturday at 1 p.m. Their record currently stands at 1-3. And in cross country, Point Park freshman Eric Torres kept his claim to the KIAC Men's Cross Country Runner of the Week award by receiving the honor for the fourth time in 5 weeks on this past Monday. Torres has won the award every week that the Pioneers have competed. The Pioneers' next meet is October 11th at the Carnegie Mellon Invitational in Shenley Park. That's all for sports. Back to the desk.
Thanks, Megan. And Eric Torres, also part of UView, so getting that little shout out in there as well. Now coming up on Daybreak, the annual Pittsburgh Great Race was last weekend. Kelsie and I got part of the action.
And Brittany Lawford joins us again. She has your 7-day forecast for a little bit of a chillier week ahead.